Hey guys, I ain't about to do this too long because I'm legal to do so. But anyway, I just wanted to check in really quick. I just finished working at my day job as a therapist, counselor, so now I'm heading to my what I would call side gig, aka private practice, and to see some clients. Yeah. So I have some stuff I want to share with you guys, but I will fill you in shortly. Just want you to see what the ground looks like. See, I'm on the road, I'm riding, motivated. Let's get this money. So I didn't vlog yesterday. I vlogged on the way to the office, but then I got there and I didn't vlog. But anyway, I wanted to, something's been heavy on my mind since just a couple days ago, and I was like, yeah, that'd be the topic for today. So, success it can be a very lonely journey, especially when you have a huge, like, I'll say if you're striving for a huge goal, something that most people, your average person, wouldn't strive for because they're too scared, or the average person wouldn't accomplish this goal due to whatever circumstances. So if you're striving for something like that, whether that's to be a millionaire, whether that's to make the Forbes list, something that the average person doesn't accomplish. Let's just be honest, right? Because if the average person accomplished it, it wouldn't be that huge of a goal for you. Like, let's be real, right? So anyway, or it could be something as simple as being successful in business, because the statistics show that I think within 5 years most businesses fail. So it could be something like that. Like if you are successful in business past year 5, then you are successful and you have broken the mold. So yeah, that's a good example. Well, what I realized is that your environment, the people around you, have so much to do with that level of success that you are or could possibly obtain. And I know we've all heard that before, but when I tell you, it's so real, and I don't think people really internalize it. So I always use myself as an example. I always give you guys a story behind it, right? Because otherwise I'm just one of these like everybody else who just gives you motivation. I'm gonna give you a real life story so you can see how this works in real life. Well, the other day I had come home. Actually, what day was it? I'm not sure what day it was. It was a couple days ago, I don't know. And I had not home, but like to a family member's house. Say it that way. And as you know, if you've been following my vlogs, I am working on assuming my grandparents' loan, which they both passed away in the last couple of years, and the house is in foreclosure. It's a family house. This is a house where I know at least my mom was I think she was born in that house. I know my aunt passed away in that house, and that was in 2014. And then I know that my grandmother and grandfather raised basically all 8 of their children in that home. And then, excuse me, all the grandchildren, we all were raised in that home. Like, it's a serious family home, and it's a 3-bedroom, like 1 bath. So imagine that. I think it was built in 1968, so it's an older home, but it has all this land. My eyebrows look good. Sis, go ahead, girl. Anyway, sorry. 1968, and it has like I don't know how many acres of land, because I know their grandparents had a vegetable garden that they worked in every year. Like, that was what my grandfather did. He would go out with his tractor and plow, and they would plant. And it's so weird. I think 13 years of being a vegetarian, and I remember being a little girl and I did not like tomatoes and stuff like that. So, like, looking back on hindsight, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But anyway, so I'm working on that, just so that because the other family members don't really care. And when I say care, I mean, if you care, you be trying to do something, not buying cars, you know, straight off the dealership instead of putting that money towards your parents' house. Yeah, stuff like that, or just, you know, staying in the house for free and not even trying to pay anything towards the mortgage, which is still accruing payments and fees, but you just staying there like nothing. I say all that to say, just to lay the groundwork. I came back to that person's house where I'm staying until I figure this stuff out and I get back to where I'm going. This person had been like, I'm not even going to say that part right there, but anyway, I'll tell you that on Saturday. We'll go into that on Saturday about that part right there, because you need to know that. You need to know. If you read my book, none of this stuff is shocking to you, because you know I've already laid the groundwork and you'll understand. I don't know why this man is like, why don't you just go on down the road, boo-boo, and stop looking at me? I'm saying, right? But anyway, this person said to me, because I said something about, I think I mentioned, I think it's a medication or something, like, I think I was mentioning getting back on my antidepressant, like some Zoloft or something like that for my anxiety and depression and stuff. Just because whenever I'm in the middle, and this is just being very transparent, and everybody knows I'm a mental health advocate and counselor and everything else, but when I'm in transition periods like this, it does make me stress. It does, I don't want to say make me, it creates a lot of depression and anxiety for me, and I have to like make sure I'm managing that. So as you guys have seen, I'm working full time and I do private practice part time. So, and I'm working on my movie script, right? So there's a lot, and I'm moving and trying to save a family home, you know, and my children still doing homeschool stuff. So it's a lot. It's just a lot, period. Like, that's just what it is. I have a book out that I have to, you know, work on that. Continue, you know, they're just speaking engagements coming up. It's just a lot of stuff. It's just a lot, period. And I don't mind that, but being back here, and I said this months ago, being back in my hometown, in my home state, it makes me depressed. I don't know. I realized that more and more, and it's just what it is. But anyway, I made that comment, and the comment that this person made back to me was like, why don't you just, she was like, I don't know why, you should just get that check back. I wouldn't even work for a while, I would just give me that check. And I was just like, I kind of looked, and I'm like, I didn't know if I wanted to cry, be angry, be mad. Like, I couldn't even really tune into which emotion it was that I felt. I think it was sadness, because that's your mentality, first of all, at the age that you are. Sad that you would want that for me. Like, after everything I worked for, you're basically encouraging me to set everything down I've ever worked for, when my next level is literally millionaire level. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you'd rather me sit that down, literally sit that down, stop working, stop everything I'm doing, stop all the stuff I'm doing, all the goals that I have for myself, and sit home and get an SSI check that I was getting for my Crohn's disease. That was back in, I haven't gotten that check since 2015, I think. Was it 2015? 2014 probably. So that's what you want from me? Like, you know, listen, my whole point of sharing all that was, be careful, know who's around you, know who is in your corner. I don't care if they have your last name, I don't care if they birthed you, I don't care who it is. Know who's in your circle, because those same people that's around you could be so jealous and envious of you that they're literally giving you this horrible advice, and they masquerade it as love or encouragement or whatever, but they're really jealous and envious, and they don't want to see you hit your next level. Because for you to hit your next level, it puts a mirror in front of them that they're not doing anything. They're stagnant, and they're in the same place they were in 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and here you are moving forward every day, making more and more and more momentum and strides and hitting goals that they couldn't even imagine. But because you feel like, oh, they're family, they're my friends, they love me, it wouldn't give me no bad. Yes, they will. And maybe sometimes they don't even realize the magnitude of it, or how detrimental it could be if you internalize that. Because, oh, that's my sister, that's my brother, that's my mom, that's my dad. They don't understand. But you have to know what you want. You have to be so grounded in your goals and your purpose that nothing anyone else says can deter that. You have to already have that sense of direction. And just be aware that just because people are connected to you and they've been around you for all these years, all this time, doesn't mean they have your best interest. Like I said, it could be a psychological thing that's all they're capable of, like, understanding. Like, it could be like literally just some delay or something. I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure this out. My home family, like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all, this really what you think is okay? That's sad. So I don't know, but I think there is a mixture of both, though. Both things, you know, the envy, the jealousy, and also just that's just the capacity of which they can think, and they'll literally pass that off to you if you're not careful. I hate to see people fail. I hate to even think that I'm failing, so I have to always, like, analyze my situation. Is this failure, Shamanda? Then I'm like, okay, no, this is just God redirecting you. That's what I learned from Oprah. The other day I've been listening to Oprah. It's called Oprah Soul Sessions or something. Conversations, basically her podcast, whatever. Now it's on YouTube. I've been listening to that the last couple days, and she was speaking about failure, and that failure is simply redirection, saying beep beep beep, you're going the wrong way. Kind of feel that way about being here now, honestly. And it's like, okay, well, just turn back around, but before you go back, stack, save, you know, finish up all this stuff, and then go back. Like, you good. It is not that big of a deal. And you work on movie script and all that stuff anyway, so when you go back, you can have everything you need, that you're good. So I look at it that way, and that makes a lot of sense. But some people fail and they fall completely, and they just sit down. They don't even try again. They don't try to get back up and turn back around and try it again. That's just it for them. Don't be that person. And definitely with people like that around you, don't let them get the last laugh. Promise you. Because you'll be right there with them. They'll be happy because they got a new member with them. Don't let that happen. Alright, guys, I will see you next week. If you haven't already, please support my book. It's on Amazon, Books A Million, and Barnes & Noble. I am literally in pre-production stage of my first feature film, and the more people who order my book and leave reviews and show support and show that it's something that's, you know, valuable, you know, the better and easier it will be to get this movie up and running once that time comes. So I appreciate your support. Also, it's about just spreading mental health awareness. The things that's in that book, I think it opens the conversation for people to know that, or to speak on, and to know that it's okay and that you're not alone, literally. Like, it can happen to the best people in the world. I think most of the people who are super duper successful have been through some crazy traumatic stuff, so you're not crazy, just on a journey of life. Alright, guys, I will see you next time.